Hey, bless you. Thank you for being here. My name is Christy Mattoon. My company is called Mind Rewire. I help people rewire their minds, basically meet their spirits, talk to their spirits. Sometimes I go talk to their energy, their higher self for them to help them get control of whatever situations are going on. So, subscribe to my channel. I'm always trying to give tips, tricks, advice, whatever, and just do fun things that help out. And that's one of the reasons why we are going through this book, because this is super helpful. I love this book. I love Gregg Braden. Um, I have his picture sitting right here behind me, and I look at that and I always think he's praying over me. He's back there in that picture praying over me. So aren't I lucky? Don't tell him that. All right. Today we are on Wisdom Code 7. We are on number 7. Wisdom Code 7 is from the Bhagavad Gita. And while I don't know a ton about it, I've stated this before, I try and be totally super transparent and honest with you about this stuff. I have not read all of those texts. I will honestly admit I didn't realize it was a series of texts, but this particular verse comes from chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita, verse 20. Okay? I'm going to read it to you first, and then we're going to get coherent to it. We're going to get into our heart, and we're going to sit there and just let our heart take it and see where it goes. We are still in the fear area, the fear chapter of this book. It's part 2 of the book itself. It's about fear. And there's a text at the very beginning of this chapter that is by a Tibetan Buddhist nun. And it says, only to the extent that we expose ourselves over and over to annihilation can that which is indestructible be found in us. I apparently do this really well, the annihilation thing. So, looking for that part that's indestructible in me. When you get rid of fear, you start to find that part more and more. The indestructible part, by the way, that we're talking about here is your own spirit. It is that internal, eternal part of you that resides inside of you that has connection to everything else almost instantaneously. All right, so this code is for fear. It addresses the universal human fear of annihilation and the primal fear of non-existence. The code itself states, the soul is never created, nor does it never die. Nor does it ever die. Let me start that over. The soul is never created, nor does it ever die. The soul is without birth, eternal, immortal, and ageless. It is not destroyed when the body is destroyed. And just feel that for a second. I'm going to read it one more time, and this time I want you to inhale and exhale while I'm reading it. And I want you to try and feel the essence of it. Feel the essence of it. The soul is never created, nor does it ever die. The soul is without birth, eternal, immortal, ageless. It is not destroyed when the body is destroyed. And just feel that for a second. Just notice it. Now, I'm going to let you read this chapter about this wisdom code and let you kind of bite on this one yourself a little bit. It's quite interesting. It's quite wonderful. The Bhagavad Gita, I hope I said that one right, is Krishna. All right, so an Indian god, I believe. And I know it took me a while to make this video because I just kept sitting with that and I just kept feeling it, and I just thought it was so powerful. This body is just a vessel, and we have been taught fear about death. You have been taught that. So know that first of all. You were taught to fear death. Death is just another experience that happens in this plane of reality. And if you're not afraid of it, which people go to lengths trying to not be afraid of death, the fastest way to not be afraid of anything, including death, is to know your own spirit and to have a relationship with yourself on that level. It knocks everything else out, okay? So I want you to inhale and exhale. Let's go into heart coherence. I want you to start breathing big breaths in, nice deep breaths out, and you're just relaxing the system. As you exhale, I want you to try and feel for the energy that moves inside of you. Feel it in that swirling pattern. As you inhale, you're pulling it up all the way from the bottom of the spine, all the way to the top of the head. And as you exhale, you're letting energy just move through your body. And then I want you to bring your heart over, your hands over your heart. So put both hands over your heart. Keep breathing, keep inhaling, keep exhaling. And I want you to bring your awareness inside the center of your heart. And I want you to feel gratitude. I'm hearing the word acceptance. Feel acceptance. Feel gratitude. Feel accepted. Your spirit is accepting you. Open up to this feeling. As you inhale and exhale, focusing your awareness on your awareness. Become even more aware of this part of you. And listen to these words. The soul is never created, nor does it ever die. The soul is without birth, eternal, immortal, and ageless. It is not destroyed when the body is destroyed. Feel the intensity of the power inside you, this part of you that's never destroyed. Become more aware of it. Inhale and exhale, move that energy. Oxygen moves energy in the human body. The soul is never created, nor does it ever die. The soul is without birth, eternal, immortal, and ageless. It is not destroyed when the body is destroyed. And allow yourself to just float. Engage deeper inside that part of you, inside your heart, becoming more aware. Becoming more aware of your awareness that you are inside your heart space. That you are eternal. You are immortal. You are ageless. And just feel, keep noticing. And as you feel this, I want to leave you with a blessing. I want to leave you with a sense of peace and comfort that is an attribute of your spirit. It's an attribute of your soul. It's an attribute of God. If you're made in that image, you have the same attributes. You just have to own them. You have to recognize them. I bless you. Thank you for being here. We'll talk to you again soon.